right, and welcome back to the Movement Driven Podcast. I'm joined here today by Gavin Carlin of Good Lad Soccer. So I'm gonna jump right into let you introduce yourself to the people.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm sure I'm gonna have a bunch of questions and learn all about what you guys are doing over there. So tell me a little bit about your background,
Yes.
where you come from, and a little bit about Good
Well,
Lad.
first of all, thank you very much for having me.
course.
And I'm Gavin Carlin. I'm the owner and operator of Good Lad Soccer. Delighted and privileged to say we're the largest youth private training company in the town of Jacksonville in the northeast of Florida. So we've been in operation now for the last 10 years. And within the last 12 months, we've started opening the youth travel teams. And we're taking 25 players to Ireland last year, taking 70 this year, as well as getting into the 5v5, 3v3 tournaments, as summer camps, private training. So if you name it, when it comes to youth soccer, we do it.
You guys are doing all
Yes,
of it.
sir.
So that's interesting. So tell us more about these trips to Ireland.
Yeah.
You said 25 last year,
Yes.
70 this year.
Yeah.
That's quite a jump.
So it's just jumped from 25 to 70, obviously nearly tripled in size, just due to the love and the attention, the inspiration we put into every single player and parent that works with us. And lucky enough, I played at a good level, both collegiately and professionally for my country. So I never forget how hard it is to be a player, and also I'm blessed to be a father myself. So I think when you modify those two things together, being a player at elite level, being a parent, and the attention to detail that it requires on both ends, you're onto a winner.
Yeah, that sounds like what it takes to be a coach. If you can do the parenting and the playing, then coaching
That's
should
great.
be easy. So you guys are taking them over there, and are they getting to they get out on the pitch with some of the professionals? What's going on?
No,
over
so
there?
we're taking place in the Foil Cup, the largest youth soccer
Gotcha.
competition in entire Europe. 950
Cool.
teams. It's been in operation for the last 30 years. And lucky enough, when I was a wee lad back in Ireland, I was lucky enough to play in the competition myself in 2005, which seems like 100 years ago now. But no, we're taking the players over there. They're going to compete against the best and brightest of
Nice.
the UK, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. So it's going to be a clash of two worlds. Kids from the Jacksonville, Knockatee, Pontypridd area going up against the best and brightest
That's
of
awesome.
kids from the UK.
So you're taking multiple age groups?
Yes, sir.
Or okay, so how many different teams are
Yeah, so we're very lucky and very blessed to be taking 5
Oh,
teams
nice.
with us. Our oldest is the 2011 girls right through until the 2015 boys. So quite a spectrum, quite an age range, but just goes to show the demand and the desire to play at a higher level is there here in the First Coast area.
I love that. And tell us a little bit about Good Lad locally. So you guys started when exactly?
So we started in 2016, and the spark that lit the fire was doing our indoor camps. We were the first to begin indoor camps here in the Jacksonville area on Beach Boulevard back in 2016, which again feels like 100 years ago now after all these sessions and all these years. And it just went from strength to strength from there. And we're always looking to grow, always looking to add. And like I said, we introduced the 3v3 tournaments in the last 18 months, and now the international travel teams in the last 12 months. So it's getting bigger, getting busier. But at the end of the day, I'm an Irishman coaching soccer in Florida. I don't take a day for granted.
Yeah. It could be a lot worse, right? So how many teams you guys do the travel team and the conditioning and skill training outside as well?
Yes.
Okay. So where are you primarily taking your teams to? Is it all over Florida or all over the country?
Yeah, so the primary training takes place at Davis Park in Pontypridd. That's the home base for us. And then when it comes to the games, we just got done this weekend with taking 16, 82 players, 187 parents to Disney for
Nice.
the Memorial Day tournaments. You can hear it in my voice. It was quite the weekend, So it's, but no, and when it comes to the tournaments, we go where the challenge is and where the competition is. So like the home base is Pontypridd, and where, like I said, where we need to go to take part and get the best challenge for the
Apparently
kids.
Ireland is not even too far away, right? And so you guys, how many coaches do you have working with you that
Yeah,
are leading?
so I'm very blessed to have a great staff as well, myself running it, and then I have Luis Calderon. He's the man behind the scenes with the attention to detail, making sure everybody is in the right place at the right time. And Riley Hurst, she's helped me run the Gears program. And then Mike Hoyle, he helps me with the young program with the next generation of young 2015, 2017 players coming through. So we're covered across the board, and really the staff is the team. Teamwork makes the dream work, is that saying I always say to them.
That's very true, right there.
Yes.
So along those lines, they each coach teams as well as do
Yes,
the
sir.
skill training as well. That's awesome. And so you guys have summer camps that are going on.
That's correct.
Right? And you've been doing summer camps for how long?
Yeah, so the summer camps began in the summer of 2016. And
Oh, right away.
right away. And then lucky enough, I didn't think anybody would sign up. We had 90 kids, and all of a sudden, then, and our next year we went to 140. We had to invite
Wow.
what is now the Igloo there off Emerson
Okay.
Boulevard, right back. We used to be the Sportsplex, and
Mm-hmm.
we went from there to another indoor venue, and then indoor venues were getting too small. So
Mm-hmm.
now we just have to do them all outdoors at Davis
Mm-hmm.
Park, where we can accommodate more players. So it's just goes to show the attention to detail, well organized, and never forgetting how hard and how tough it is to be at a player elite level. It's just it shows in the work.
That's awesome. And then you guys are able to push your players to that level,
Yes.
especially being those of you that have come from that. Tell us a little bit about your playing background and how you think that's contributed to your life as a coach or
Yeah.
the way that you've developed players.
All right. So as I was saying there, I was very blessed that I was signed professionally at 16, and I represented the country at the European stage, and obviously then when I came to America, I played at the Division 1 collegiate level. So in the playing career, and like all playing careers, they come to a close eventually. I knew I had so much knowledge and so much desire to hand that knowledge on to the next generation. There's no point keeping it with me. So
Mm-hmm.
it's I think that shows in the coaching, shows in the work, shows in the coaching style. I know what it takes to get to a high level,
Mm-hmm.
and like the parents appreciate that too.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, when you're training with some of your players, what do you think this is for parents and
Yeah.
players listening, what separates them at the 14, 15 age level?
Yeah.
Can you already see the makings of good versus great?
Yes.
And what do you think those character traits that
That,
separate
that, that's a
those?
that's a really good question, and a loaded question as well.
Yeah.
I say at 14, 15-year-olds, they really do. They come to a why in the road, especially nowadays with, their world gets bigger and they get their driving permit, maybe they get their first job, and they get the
Mm-hmm.
Instagram and Facebook and all these things
Right.
become a little bit more appealing. So it's if you make it through that kind of heady years of 14 and 15, do you make it through that, then you're on to this college scholarships. If you can
Yeah.
get out
If you stayed
if
focused
you stay
and
focused and make it through that
yeah.
path. But it's yeah, it definitely is that 14, 15-year-old that really is the why in the road, as you can say.
Yeah. So you can start to see how serious they are
Yeah,
and if they're spending their free
yeah,
time versus not. Um, on more on that note, do you notice that their work ethic, it's just kind of God given, or is that something that you can instill in kids?
it totally does. Is a great question. Again, it does come down to nature versus nurture. There's an old saying in Ireland: you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Can't make a
And
drink.
I say that to the parents all the time. I'm doing all I can out in the field to squeeze every bit of ability out of them, and you're taking them to me. You're taking them to South Florida. You're taking them to Ireland. You're doing everything you can. So the team surround them. At the end of the day, it will always rest at the player's feet, and that's why
Hmm.
the pros are paid the big bucks when they do make it. You either do it or you don't. So as I tell the parents, coming to places like Good Lad Soccer, like I said, doing the elite level tournaments. At the end of the day, it always rests with the player in the end.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Now, this is something that comes across definitely in my industry a little
Yeah.
bit more in terms of injury prevention. I have strong opinions on sports specialization. I think it's happening too
Yeah.
soon. What are your general thoughts on that
I would,
topic? Do you have
I
any?
would agree. I would agree. Yeah, I didn't look enough. Like I said, you know, at my own perspective, I didn't. I went professionally at 16. I didn't really nail myself down as a soccer player until the ages of 12, 13. My
Mm-hmm.
was mostly track and field back in
Mm-hmm.
Ireland. So the running mechanics, how to move like an athlete,
Mm-hmm.
how to again condition myself as an athlete. But I could see I had a good and bad. When I went to the pro level in England, I didn't quite make the tip top because of the general ball mastery side of things wasn't there because I didn't have a stronger foundation. But
Mm-hmm.
when it came to the sports conditioning and moving like an athlete, I was stronger there. So
Mm-hmm.
it's if you're yin and yang, it's hard to weigh it up both. But I would agree with you in the sports specialization happening too early, it can be that of a detriment.
Yeah, from a developmental standpoint, I think having other skills to access not only helps them be a better performer, but also is limiting, well, how much strain are we putting in the
Yeah.
same parts of the body at the same time? And you're a goalkeeper
Yes,
as
sir.
well, right? So to me, even that more than other sports, there's a lot. You have to be good with your hands,
Yes.
good with your feet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dexterity that's needed there. So I've always said here, like if we get more of our baseball third baseman or volleyball defenseman that don't quite make it, like
Yes.
get them over the goalkeeping
Yeah.
side of things. And just like we're seeing with soccer players playing, more kicker and punter
Yes.
and American football and whatnot. I think the crossover, like I'll get on my soapbox a little bit here too. Like whenever you watch the Super Bowl, you'll see, oh well, the top 4 quarterbacks this year
Yes.
were all 3-sport athletes.
Yes,
And I think we're about to get to the point where you're not seeing that nearly as
I
much.
agree.
And I think it's a problem from a talent perspective and an injury prevention perspective. But so, in terms of what you guys can do and how you like to think of you're setting yourselves
Yeah.
apart from a business and how you like to teach and train, what do you think is special about Good Lad Soccer versus maybe some of your competitors in the
Yes.
area? What would you
Well,
say?
it gives it, in my scenario, why people should come work with Good Lad Soccer. It's just what do we offer across all spectrums, be it the playing career at a high level, be it then the attention to detail. And the proof is really in the pudding of what Good Lad Soccer, what we achieved over the last 10 years. And but lucky to have 1,300 players work with us in the last 10 years, and there's more to come in. So it's you don't get 1,300 players work with you in the last 10 years if you cut corners
Right.
or you're not doing what you were doing what it says.
Proof is in the pudding at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's no, like, and as I say, with 1,300 players under our belt right now and more on the way. Talk's cheap. I could sit here and say Good Lad Soccer's this, Good Lad Soccer's that. You really do see what we're about when you step on the field and you work with us and you sign up for these travel tournament teams.
Love it. So on that note, how do people get involved with Good Lad? Where can they follow you?
Yeah.
Where can they reach you?
Very easy to be contacted. Good Lad Soccer, Instagram, Good Lad Soccer on Facebook, and goodladsoccer.com. And I put my cell phone number all across it, so I'm very easily contacted. I don't hide away from it. So it's you want to get in Good Lad Soccer, we're very easily contacted. Just Good Lad Soccer on the social media platforms, and we'll always quickly get back to
I
you.
love it. And I'm assuming camps are starting this June, right?
That's correct.
All June, July.
Yes.
At Davis Park.
Davis Park, we've
Yeah.
8 to 12 at Davis Park. It's almost 80% full at this stage. We're delighted. We're offering camps for the first time in Word Golf Village as well. It's an
Nice.
area that I thought was really underutilized and underserved. So going to Word Golf Village the week of June 15th through 19th. And then the week of July 6th through 10, we're back at our home base in Davis Park. So quite a busy time. But like I said, it's a busy time of year. You got to lean into it and not be scared of rolling up your sleeves and get after it.
And what age groups is it for? What's the youngest?
Yeah, so our sweet spot is that 8 through 12, and
Okay.
the camps are ages for 7 through 13, but a large majority of our client base would be that 8 to 12 year olds.
That adolescent age. Got it. Love it. Well, anything else that you wanted to add in?
No, that's it. No, thanks again for having me, and thanks again for helping me spread the word of Good Lad Soccer. And I love what you guys are doing here as well. And anything where we can work and help each other spread the message, I'm more than happy to help.
Yeah, I think, and we can definitely talk about that on maybe future times, or maybe we can set up a workshop and get out there. And that's the time that 10, especially at 10 to 12 year range, get these kids moving in the right way.
Yes.
So we'd love to be a part of supporting you guys any way we can.
No, thank you very much.
But thank you for coming by. We appreciate it. And for those of you listening, if you're looking for a place to drop the kids off this summer, leave them with this man. He's going to take good care of them for you. But thank you for coming in, man.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right. We'll see you guys next time on the Movement Driven Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to the Movement Driven Podcast with Dr. Greg Goldberger. Want to see how we're helping people in Jacksonville bridge the gap between pain and performance? Head on over to movementdriven.com. Until next time, keep moving, stay driven.